This is a true story. A story about family, love, war, and the choices we make to survive. A story about how, in self-defense, my father, Ian Ludwig Rosanes, shot a German soldier of the same age, from the other side. My father, Ian Ludwig Rosanes, and my mother, Kirsten, moved to a small apartment in Jägersborg, just outside Copenhagen. It was here that my mother gave birth to my older brother, Jesper. Three years later, the small family moved to a high-end new building complex in Søndergaards Park, Vangede. It was February 1952, and that's where I was born. When my parents, Ian Ludwig Rosanes and Kirsten, were getting married, it was April 1st, 1948. My mother wasn't sure my father would show up. Could it have been a crude April Fool's joke? But that was just my father, a man full of humor, sometimes unpredictable, yet deeply committed. My father rarely spoke of what happened during the war, but one story stayed with us. In self-defense, my father, Ian Ludwig Rosanes, was forced to shoot a German soldier, one who was the same age as him. Two young men, caught on opposite sides of history, facing the most unimaginable circumstances. My father never forgot that moment. It was a choice he had to make to survive. But it weighed on him for the rest of his life. One dark winter night, my father had to move some contraband on a transport bike called a Long John. Suddenly, in the dark, a German soldier shouted out in German, "Halt!" which means stop. My father did not see any other way to get out of this situation with his contraband on the bike. He took a decision and shot the German officer in the stomach. He then washed away from the scene on his Long John. An old photo of my dad in Rygaards schoolyard in Gentofte shows him on May 5, 1945, the day the Germans surrendered. It was Denmark's Liberation Day. Dad, with his freedom fighter armband, was out guarding war snitches and German mattresses, as the girls who had slept with German soldiers were called. Often their hair was cut off in shame. After 5 years of war and German occupation, people's anger boiled over. For many years after the war, it was a firm tradition. On Christmas Eve, my father would go alone to the memorial grove. With flowers in hand, he would remember his fallen and dearly missed friends.